Welcome friends to a video I never expected to do, at least not for a while, but here we are because Liam bloody Catterson has called me out and said I should do a drunk rewatch of Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 1 Episode 4, Teacher's Pet, an infamous episode I think to most fans and to people on my channel. We all know that I'd say I have a love-hate relationship with this episode, but it's a hate relationship with this episode. And yeah, let's go back to, what was it? The 14th of June, 2018, which is when I uploaded my reaction to this episode. So coming up to 2 years. I was about a week and a half into my Buffy journey when this episode came along. Interesting one, as we all know. And have not watched it since. Truly did not believe we may actually be watching it again, ever, but here we are. But luckily, I will be joined by my good friend, Cider. So, we are doing a drunk rewatch for Teacher's Pet, which should be interesting. I'm actually terrified because I know the episode's not great, but I'm kind of excited because I haven't revisited a Season 1 episode in a long time. I can't wait to see what everyone looks like and how young they all were. Cordelia, how am I going to react to Cordelia now that I love her, considering what a bitch she is in Season 1? That should be quite something. Just seeing She-Mantis again. Oh boy, it's quite a lot. I am wearing a t-shirt, well, it's a vest, that's why it's a bit lower down. It looks a bit dodgy there. But yeah, I thought this would be a fun little detour to do. I've already filmed the Buffy reaction I needed to film today, so I was like, well, let's do an extra one, because I did get called out, and I was like, you know what, quarantine baby, I'm in the mood for a drink, let's do it. So, this is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 1, Episode 4, Teacher's Pet. Dreading it, also kind of excited just to see what I make of it, and what I make of it with some cider in my system, so let's just... Let's get this party started. Let's pray, shall we? Oh, of course he has like a vision, doesn't he? Like a dream where he saves her. Is this the first Xander-centric one? It was, wasn't it? Poor Xander. God, they're so young! I have a good feeling about this teacher.
From the homework. Answer communicating. Can I see you for a moment?
You're seeing her right now.
Principal Flutie showed me your permanent record.
Well, that fire
Principal Flutie. Oh man. Oh.
Actually,
let's make him eat that permanent record. What do you say?
Aww.
okay. Thanks.
This guy was the best.
Chapter 6 too late.
And he gets killed by a praying mantis in a minute. Oh no. Oh no. Darla! Damn! Well, it sounds a bit different in Season 1, doesn't it? Guest starring David Boreanaz. Was he not even main cast at this point? I thought he was main cast right from the start.
Who's that?
Oh man.
It's the angel.
Oh, that's the first time I see him.
The guy that wondered about all the vampires?
See this bit? This is good.
I'll bet you.
Then the praying mantis shit starts.
Who's here?
Look how far these two have come.
It's nice
Oh.
to see you, but then we both...
I have to go.
Keep the jacket.
You too.
It looks good on you.
He's one of the only teachers that doesn't think Buffy's a felon.
I'm really sorry. I'm sure he'll...
Oh, fucking hell. Here we go. Oh. She's a praying mantis. Oh.
Dr. Gregory dropped his glasses. Why wouldn't he pick them up?
Because he was being eaten by a praying mantis.
Once he's played his part, she covers the eggs in a protective sack and attaches it to a leaf or twig out of danger. Now, if she's
Ooh,
done her
sexy.
job correctly, in a few months she'll have several hundred offspring. You know,
Christmas must be
make some
expensive.
local eggs. Who would like to help me do that after school?
Put your hands down, lads.
Guess that's what they call natural selection. Guess it's what they call a rehearsal.
They really did have like good dynamic really early on.
My doctor should sit daily. I'll only be here as long as I can hold my breath.
Hello, Cordelia.
Oh my god.
No.
Well, we're gonna find out who did
Oh,
this.
she's crying.
Find them and
Buffy.
we'll stop them.
So there's something else out there besides Silverware Man? Oh, this
Unfortunately.
is monster. Promise me you won't do anything rash.
Cross my heart.
Hope to die twice. Oh, bloody hell. Jesus. Oh, yeah, she like scares him off, doesn't she, or something? She's a praying bloody mantis. That's my reaction too, to be fair. But to the whole episode.
So what's her deal?
I think perhaps it would be a good
I know.
if we kept an eye on her.
And I better get
I wish I didn't know. But I know.
I'm always here if you need a hug, but not a real hug, because there's
I'm always here for you.
sensitive to wrong touching.
But I
For 2 more episodes.
I think I lost like 7.5 ounces.
Ah,
Way
she's
quicker
beautiful.
than that so-called diet that quack put me on. Oh, I'm not saying that we should kill a teacher every day just so I can lose weight. I'm just saying, when tragedy strikes, we have to look on the bright side. You know?
I think you meant pollination for number 14.
I think you should keep your thoughts to yourself.
See you here after school.
Oh, great, a pop quiz.
Oh, her head does that. I'd forgotten about that. Why the fuck would you do that? Rancid.
We are talking full-on exorcist twist.
Oh, yeah, she put some bugs in her sandwich, doesn't she?
Hi.
Oh, I hope you can forgive me.
Oh, forgiveness is my middle name. Well, actually, it's Lavelle, and I'd appreciate it if you guard that secret with your life.
Lavelle.
I have a teacher's conference in half an hour.
Alexander Lavelle Harris sounds like a Harry Potter professor.
Come to, your place.
There'll be no coming in her place. Oh.
Here's my address.
That sound effect as well.
Her fashion sense screams predator.
It's the shoulder pads.
Exactly.
He's got a crush on a giant insect.
Okay, don't panic. I'll warn him.
Yep.
But I need you to hack onto the coroner's office for me.
Just wait for the fucking mummy girl.
I've met someone, and you're jealous.
What?
Look, there's nothing I can do.
Ah.
There's just a certain chemical. What kind of a girly name is Angel, anyway?
What does it have to do?
Nothing. It just kind of bugs me.
His name is
I
Liam.
really gotta...
Have some respect. No, I'm just waiting for the bit where her hand turns.
Hi. Come on in. Should I change? Have you ever been with a woman before?
You mean like in, the same room?
You know what I mean. You might say I need it.
You need to die.
You need to definitely be met as long as it doesn't require appointments the next day, or... You here?
No.
Really?
Oh!
Martini, I really think I...
Remember what she was saying. Martinis will do that to you. How did I carry on watching this show?
You gotta get me out of here. You gotta.
Oh, now you want to be friends, Blaine. Feed him to the mantis.
He calls her a she-mantis.
Hey, she mantis, haunting my dreams. Oh boy.
He did that. He broke the cage. Take him, not me. Take him.
Blaine, you dick.
I taught for over 30 years. I retired in 1972.
Are you a praying mantis?
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Oh, don't do that. I had forgotten about Razor Man here. Old Freddy Krueger vampire. Oh God! No, 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 no. What is this fight? Bye, Mantis lady. You freak.
She only preys on the pure.
Well, isn't this a perfect ending to a wonderful day?
My dad's a lawyer. Anybody repeats this to anybody, they're gonna find themselves facing a lawsuit.
Blaine, shut up.
Yeah, shut up, Blaine. Calm down.
Of course, it would make things easier if I knew how to get in touch with you.
I'll be around.
I've been stalking you for ages. It's fine.
But you can have your jacket back.
Looks better on you.
Looks better on you, baby. Oh, that's really sweet. I'd forgotten about that. Oh, aren't there like eggs or something in here? Oh, one hatched as well. Oh man, why did they put that at the end? They're like, oh yeah, this is a great villain. Let's bring it back. Let's set up a return. 3 cans of cider in 40 minutes was not a good idea. Well, wasn't that a blast, ladies and gents? Wasn't that a jolly good time? You know what? No, it was shit, wasn't it? It's not good. I think if they didn't do the praying mantis thing, if it had been something else, another type of creature, probably would have worked. So they didn't need to do like the head twisty scene. No, just pick a different creature. You don't need to do that and be all creepy about it. Especially when the effect can't look that great. They could, yeah, just use a different kind of monster. Have Xander fall in love with a different insect. I don't know. Just maybe, or maybe like keep the costume more in shadow and not as out in the open as it was in like the fun little battle where it just looked awful and ridiculous. I mean, if they used it sparingly and yeah, just like had it lit in shadow and silhouette, I think they could have done something a bit more effective and creepy. But I think the mere concept of the she-mantis was flawed. And when you begin with a flawed concept, the Jenga tower will fall down. I don't know where that metaphor went. I completely lost my train of thought halfway through that sentence. But yeah, I guess it wasn't the best. I definitely enjoyed it more drunk, I think. I think being drunk helps with episodes like that. So maybe in future if I ever do rewatch some of the episodes I don't particularly enjoy as much, like Bad Eggs or Where the Wild Things Are, or Be a Bad, I'd probably be sure to have some cider alongside them and I might get something out of them. But yeah, that was Teacher's Pet. I can't say it's in my top 10. I can say it's in my bottom 10, I'd imagine. But every show has a stinker every now and again. Season 1 isn't the strongest in most people's eyes. I actually quite like Season 1 as a whole for what it is. But that is definitely one of the low points for me. But what do I know? Because I love I, Robot You, Jane. I thought the episode was great. So what do I know? I don't take my opinions into account. You love and hate whatever Buffy episodes you want. Because every opinion's valid. And that is something I wish people would remember in those gosh darn YouTube comments. But what do I know? What do I know? You know, I'm not Passion of the Nerd. Anyway, thank you, Liam Catterson, for suggesting this. Challenging me to do this. Well, I genuinely didn't think I'd ever watch this episode again, but here we are. It happened. You know what? You can sit back and the time just goes. It was 43 minutes long, I think, this episode, and I don't think it felt it. I think there's always something good out of every episode of Buffy. I think even the really bad episodes, there's something to enjoy, and I think the character stuff was pretty good with like the core cast. You can tell the dynamics really forming quite well and the natural chemistry's there. The I'm kind of sad there wasn't more Cordelia in this one, because I really would have loved to have seen a bit more of how she was in season 1, because she was awful in season 1. Well, she's an awful person, just not an awful character. But I've come such a long way with her, but it was cool seeing her, however briefly. It was cool seeing Angel before the revelation he's a vampire. I'd completely forgotten, we didn't even know that. And it was like guest starring David Boreanaz. I didn't realise he wasn't main cast yet. I thought he was main cast right from the start. Maybe that starts with season 2, I don't know. I'd have to Google that, but I won't do it just yet, although I could. Yeah, that was Teacher's Pet. It was an experience. One I probably will forget, because I've had 3 cans of cider in less than an hour, and that's not good. But you know what? You know what they say? Oh, you cannot see. You can't see what that says in the slightest, can you? It says, always look on the bright side of life. And if Teacher's Pet has taught me anything, it's to always look on the bright side of life. Because drinking cider improves the fun you have watching this episode greatly. But it was nice to revisit this after almost 2 whole years. Nearly to the day, if you add... I can't remember the day I published the video, but like 15 or so days. We're nearly at the 2-year mark, so maybe I should have waited for the 2-year anniversary, but who cares? I don't know. I'm not going to undo it. You can't undo it. Time doesn't work that way. Anyway, let's just finish this. I'll keep talking a bit until I finish this. The cameras are going to die very soon, but this has been fun, right? And maybe if we could do some more drunk reactions at some point to any show. Any show we could recommend something. Even shows I haven't reacted to on the channel but I have seen, and a lot of you guys have seen. Who knows? TV's an interesting thing. TV is the friends we made along the way. And I think that's the important thing. I'm just talking bullshit, but the true bullshit is the she-mantis. And it's a very flawed concept. I think, considering how it all played out, I think the actress did a really good job of what she was given. Just what she was given was utter bollocks, honestly. Just, someone wrote that episode and was like, yeah, that should be filmed. That person was incorrect. What can you do? It's done now. I mean, this episode's well over like 20 years old, so... long gone now. When did this episode air? What year did Buffy start? 1997. Started on the 10th of March. So this probably still aired in March, didn't it? Going by like the weeks. 1997. 10th of March, 1990. So I was... when this episode aired, I was 7 months old. 6 or 7 months old when this episode aired. Let that sink in and digest. Because that's quite something. Little did we know, 23 years on, I would be watching this again for the 2nd time. I certainly haven't watched it since I first reacted to it, that's for bloody sure. I've rewatched some other episodes since I first watched them, but definitely not this one. This would be near the bottom of the list. And yeah, it's the first one I've done like a filmed rewatch of. But here we are. That's because I got called out by Liam Catterson, so I've done it. I've done it. I got through it. We all got through it together. Let's hold pinkies. We got through it together. But yeah, what a journey. I can't believe it's been nearly 2 years since I watched that episode. My moustache tastes of cider. So, thank you all for watching. This was a lot of fun, actually. I think we should do a few more of these. Maybe not that often, otherwise I would die of alcohol poisoning. Teacher's Pet. An iconic episode for all the wrong reasons. A very infamous episode on my channel, but you know what? The fact that, to this day, I'm trying really hard not to burp, to this day, it's still being mentioned by me, and it's still mentioned to some others. You know, there's always people joking like, oh, just wait for the she-mantis to return as the big bad next season. People still joke about it. So it has a weird place. I wouldn't say a special place in my heart. It has a weird place in my heart and in the heart of this Buffy community we formed on my channel. And yeah, it's a bit shit, but you know what? When you think about it, aren't we all shit episodes? Aren't we all just a shit episode of television, when you think about it? I think so. I don't know if I'd be Teacher's pet. But still. Teacher's pet is the friends we made along the way. So let's drink to that. Sweet. And yeah, thank you to Liam Catterson for calling me out and saying I should do this. I've had a terrible time. But I hope you've had fun. I won't be watching this back. I will edit this, upload it, and we will not be speaking of this again, because I dread to think how this has gone. But yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Something a bit different. Well, not that different because it's still Buffy, but a different kind of Buffy reaction, you know? So that's not going to be that. That was Teacher's Pet. Let's never speak of this episode again, unless we drink cider as we speak of it again. And yeah, this was an interesting experience for an interesting episode that will stay forever in our hearts for the wrong reasons. And with that, thanks for watching.